kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinus. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Corinus was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. He'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up. Go.
I'm
not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to...
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
How do I get to the old...
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something you... The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch. Because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need... But everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there. But if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
I have a letter for the...
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they...
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only go...
Let's just... Thanks for your...
We'll meet...
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with. Then we'll see.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers, that's what we call the big birds, should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature. At least every merchant will trade those.
You're demanding a lot for your advice.
Possibly, but you can earn a lot of ore with this knowledge. All the animals you kill without knowing how to cut them up will just rot away. That's a wasted opportunity of skinning them and selling the fur at a high. If I were you, I'd try to gain this.
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be...
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so... There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even...
I'll keep it in mind. Hi, I'm new here.
How nice for you.
Is that the old camp over there?
No, that's the new camp. The old camp is underneath the bridge.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
Same old story.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a... That patron has to be one of Gomez. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see. Whatever happens after that is up to you.
I'll talk to Diego. There must be something you want done.
No. The things we guards deal with are a bit above you. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez, but I'm warning you. You blow this and you'll be in mighty...
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the
Why do the mages protect?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
I'll take care of it. Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trip. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you want. He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
I've talked to Thoris.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
Tell me more.
There isn't much to tell. It's...
What happens if I just walk out of...
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of it.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the outer ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
If you think...
What's the test of faith?
you have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give... This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine... They'll get the stuff with the next con...
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp, like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much for...
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him. Where can I find the old...
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
Who can teach me?
Start with Fingers. He's the most skilled. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find other people who can teach.
Where can I find
His hut's kind of hidden. It's next to the castle wall. Just start out here. When you're at the castle gate, go down to the left, and you'll be...
Can you teach me?
Yes, I can teach you to improve your dexterity. Come back soon.
Take care.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
How's thing?
Not bad.
What? Sound?
Then go and see you get the last.
Who was the guy you sent?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I sent him to collect mushrooms.
Where can I find...
Everywhere where there's... Don't get...
Where can I find Helm?
If you leave through...
Things would have gone very difficult.
Better keep out of it. But keep it to yourself. People don't need... No, better keep out of it.
Rely on somebody. There must be something about that story after all. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
As long as
There was a time.
Hello.
I haven't seen you before. You're a new...
Just recently arrived.
Have you already decided which camp you want?
No, what do you think?
Well, it depends. Until you've made your decision, you can stay here. A hut just became available.
Which of the huts can I take for myself?
The hut over there with the little canopy is empty.
same old story every time.
It looks as if you knew what you were doing.
Nobody ain't complained, but that would be a bad idea anyway. Every idiot here needs a sword, and that is what they get.
How long does it take you to make one?
That depends. I'm as fast as a hurricane with of course, only on condition that the price A freak like Whistler usually has to wait longer for his toy to...
Why doesn't he?
No, on the contrary. He gave me 150 off for his last suit. The guy is into ornaments and girly stuff like that. And of course, hey, you ain't curious.
I'd like to...
But don't you think that you can make great...
What do I have to do?
Okay, take the steel and hold it into the... Then you have to lay the red hot steel across the end. When you're finished, you put the hot blade into the water bucket over there. The cooled blade finally has to be...
I see.
However, you'll need some things for that. I could sell them to you.
I'd like to buy some blacksmith.
There was a time when things were not keep it to yourself. People don't. You're very probably right.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
Show me your goods.
Choose something. I doubt that's ever likely to change. Totally idiotic. I thought that ages ago. Hey, no. It's really not my problem.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Some people never learn. Hang on. It was.
Hey, you! I trade in swamp weed and potions from the.
Show me your goods.
I got the best stuff here.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. Same old story every time. I doubt that's ever likely to change. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I doubt that. Worse shit. As long as I'm not involved. You have to watch what you tell people.
I want to join the camp.
I might be able to, if you manage to impress me. Some of the best fighters from all three camps come here to challenge one of them to a fight. I'll watch you, and if you're good, maybe I'll think.
What's your job here?
I'm in charge of the arena. I organize the bets, hire new fighters.
Do you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have...
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
That's a good decision. Before you can... Beginners often tend to hold the weapon with one hand. You have to learn to harmonize. If you keep in mind... Oh yeah, one... But the first...
I thought the old camp and the new camp didn't get on. So why do you let their people fight here?
It's simple. If one of them fights, there's more. Personally, I can't... my problem. There was a time when things would have gone very differently.